Yo, alright. So I'm done saying this is gonna be a quick video, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going to talk about this. Alright, so these are movies. These are spiritual movies that I feel like you're gonna really have to watch. If you really want to tap into your subconscious consciously, or tap into your conscious subconscious. But this is for your spirit, you need to hear it. And I really want to tell y'all, certain spiritual movies, are just sci-fi movies. A lot of sci-fi movies are spiritual movies, if you really know that. Because, science is a term that, let me see if I could say this in a good form and fashion. So, science really ain't science. Science is just a complex way of saying, and a hypothesis of saying, oh, this is how this works. This is how this is generating to this. And this is how it's expanding or creating this. Like, for an example, you tell a scientist, how is this water being boiled? He said, well, the heat is creating a mass of heat that is making the temperature rise. Like, you ain't gotta tell me all that. Like, you know what I mean? Look, from my perspective, it's not science. It's just, okay, I put the heat to a certain degree and now it's rising. The heat is rising. Now it's boiling. See bubbles, you just see. I'm the type of person, I'm an eye test. Like, I see whatever I see with my eyes, I'm like, okay, that's how it's happening. You know what I mean? I don't need a hypothesis. I don't need none of that. I just need to see how it works. I have a photographic memory. All I gotta see is how it's working. Like, it is what it is. Okay, that's how it's working, fine. You don't gotta jot it down to the sequences of events, to this, to that. Oh, the beginning, the then, the middle, the after, and now the end, and now it's like this, and to my conclusion. Like, I don't need all that. Like, just tell me how it looks, and I'll be like, okay, eye test, got you. So, sci-fi movies is definitely just it's actually an oxymoron, because sci-fi movies is just fictional. Let me see if I can really say it. It's just fictional. Yo, he's having fun with that for a little. Yo. Yo, look at this. Yeah, I got distracted again. But yeah, science fiction is definitely just an oxymoron. It's like, oh, this is how this happens. This is the hypothesis, but it's a non-fact. You know what I mean? Things out there are in this world. You know what I mean? For an example, movies to watch, like Inception. You never know if a person could actually channel their dream state to a degree of where they're planting ideas in people's minds. So, this is what I can say about that. You could tap into your subconscious, right? But you don't know. I'm not gonna say you don't know. You possibly could tap into that realm of a dream state, but you don't know how many dreams are within that state of presence, of you being subconsciously aware that you're sleeping. And And then you wake up, you try to remember that, and then you're like, you know, you tap into reality like deja vu. You know, it's a wild way that, you know, Christopher Nolan put in perspective of how that movie came to fruition, like Inception. Inception is a word, you know, the definition of Inception, I said obsession. Inception is, you know, it's not even in existence yet, but it's creating through a thought. You know what I mean? It's an idea. Inception is an idea, and it's a thought that's may or may not come to fruition. It's a wild, it's a wild conception, that movie. You know, subconscious projections. You know, your projections within your subconscious stop you from obtaining certain things because you're creating too much, you know, and it's fighting against you to create that, you know, because I'm gonna definitely say this. Your subconscious is supposed to fill in your holes for your conscious. So those projections in that dream was fighting against the conscious state of the dream. It's a wild movie. It's a movie I feel like everybody has to watch more than twice. Movies that I like watching more than twice are one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like, for an example, Inception. For an example, the movie Alien. I'm talking about the first Alien. I'm talking about the 1978. I believe it was in the late 70s at the time, and that movie's ahead of its time. And it's, you know what? I don't even mind to bring this up. How in the hell are CGI in the 70s, in the late 70s, better than CGI now? Like, I was watching that movie, I was like, wow, is that alien real? Like, how are they in space? Like, Space Odyssey 2001 graphics are, like, I don't know, bro. I just be like, what the fuck am I watching right now? Is this really in this time? Like, they had this type of technology at that time. Like, they hiding something from us, yeah. But anyway, so when you watch movies like, it's another movie that is like science fiction that I love. Of course, Inception. Man, there's so many sci-fi movies. You know, Avatar is, you know, beautiful movie. Like Avatar, CGI, you know, that took it to a new height. You know, that movie came out in 2009. Marvel movies nowadays is not even close to that type of CGI. Not even DC is close to that type of CGI. It's actually really sad, you know? And, you know, the movie Avatar is basically about, you know, let's call it how it is, the government just destroying nature, taking nature and just making shit for themselves. Taking from what Mother Aging. I was about to say Mother Ager or Mother Aging. But just taking from what Mother Nature made for us and just making it theirs. For prime example, currency. They have deforestation out here just to make currency, just to make money. If you don't know that, you know, just open your eyes. Why you think the stuff and the firing in Canada was happening? That was happening for a reason. They're making more currency, y'all. Come on, like, open your head. Y'all can't be like, why are they doing this? They can't be doing this. Really, they don't give a damn about anybody. The government, really, they just worried about chattel. We're all a number. We're all a barcode. We got a social security card for a reason. You know, I ain't trying to scare nobody, but, you know, that's the reality that we're living in. You know what I mean? The truth hurts, but it will set you free. I'm telling people the truth nowadays. I don't care how you feel about it. This is the world that we're living in. That we're living in. You know, regardless of how you're living, shit will hit the fan for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, And certain things is happening for a cause to affect you. Don't let it affect you. You know what I mean? So watching that movie Avatar, you know, this guy was because his twin brother passed away. He was in either the army or the Marines, and he had to take his spot because his DNA matched the Avatar body. That, you know, and it's crazy because we're all in Avatar bodies, you know, because God is putting us in the spirit, putting our spirit in our Avatar body. You know, our mind, body, spirit, and soul conscious is within this body. And, you know, that's why the movie is called Avatar, because we're all avatars, really. You know what I mean? So, it's amazing that, you know, it still looks beautiful at the park, even though there's not a lot of people here. I don't like how the air is. I wouldn't do this video if it was crowded. But yeah, certain thing that's happening out here, you know, like, I'm telling y'all, watch more sci-fi movies. That's my favorite genre. Sci-fi movies, and watch Avatar, watch Inception. What's another movie? Of course, watch The Matrix. Come on. Like, who hasn't heard about The Matrix? And who doesn't know how humble and how much of a beautiful, pause when I say this, how much of a beautiful man this guy Kenny Reeves is, because he's consciously humble. And I admire that from him. You know what I mean? Like, I just shout outs to Patrick CC, man. I saw that short story, like bios, like backstory about him, man. That was heartwarming, that man. Like, I had a clue that he was humble, but man, him playing that role, you know, it really had a effect on like why he really had the role of Neo the One, because Neo is extremely humble, and Kenny Reeves is extremely humble even in real life. So I was like, wow, that came to fruition for him in a beautiful way, because, you know, Will Smith was supposed to play that role, but he turned it down for a reason I don't know why, you know, because this just came to mind, you know, The Matrix, that movie is actually stolen. You know, the screenplay was written by, you know, screenplay writers for films, but they took the idea from this book, this beautiful book that I would recommend. Not even recommend, because I don't like recommending, but giving a suggestion. But if you're into spirituality, please purchase this book. It's called The Third Eye by Sophia Stewart. She's a beautiful woman. She has beautiful soul. You know, there's even Bible references in that book. The Third Eye is a beautiful, it's about expanding your conscience. That's why it's called The Third Eye. Third Eye is a eye of Horus. It's a 360-degree view of what's surrounding you. You know, so once you open your third eyes, you start to become really spiritually aware, having spiritual awakenings, starting to view certain things from a certain standpoint of like staying away from certain people, having spiritual solitude like I'm in, you know, and trust and believe. This book is relevant to this day. The book even talks about like going out in the planet, taking certain people out and putting it in this planet so they can help people. But human beings were so damn bad, and our human nature, you know what I mean? And you see an alien, you probably want to run away from it. Shit, if I see an alien, I'll take a picture, but I would stay away from it, because I do not know what an alien is capable of. No one knows, because let's keep it plain. Even though we're on planet Earth, we are not the only species. We are not the only human species out in the universe. Okay, there's animal species, there's the mammal species. Like, we're not the only species that can actually communicate verbally to one another. There's definitely aliens out there. And if you want to know, you know what? And the crazy thing about that book, watch The Man of Steel. It's a prime example of what that book is about. Prime example. Because if you watch The Man of Steel, which is another Christopher Nolan produced movie, produced by Christopher Nolan, he was a part of this movie. And that book, it relates to that book as well, because Superman, he's from another planet. He's from Krypton, planet Krypton, and they shipped him over to planet Earth. Because his father, because Superman's original name is, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's Kal-El. That's his original name. And his father's name, I forgot his father's name. Because his father, impregnated his wife. But, what's his name? He's from the Flash movie. He came back, what is his name? It's all right. It's all good. I don't remember his name, but he wanted to kill, he's like a general. General Zod, that's his name. General Zod. And he wanted to kill, Superman's mother and Superman's father. But he did end up doing it, but at the same time, Superman's father, he had to, steal something very extremely valuable, like a gene that was extremely potent, which made the baby like immune to certain things, immune to, it gave him genes of like, that's why he called him a Man of Steel. He could, he could take bullets, like, he's a Man of Steel. He could, deflect anything that's coming at him. He got superpowers, you know what I mean? And that movie is a beautiful movie because, he shipped him out there in planet Earth, and he was there. He's there for the people. Superman, if Superman is not giving the people hope for like a brighter future, because he's a protector of Earth, right? So if Superman's not doing that, he's not Superman. That's what Superman was actually put on, talking about the comic book realm. He was put on planet Earth to give it hope and faith, and protect it from the evils that's out there in the outer space. You know what I mean? That's definitely, and you know what, being out here, like, look at this view. Look at how this looks. You see how the horizon looks? You think there's not an alien out here somewhere? Like, come on, I be looking around too. Like, my third eye be like, what the hell? Like, even if you play the video game GTA, they have like alien references. Like, you be like, what the fuck? Like, for an example, my third eye is wide open, right? And even people that even smoke weed know this shit that not the average human notices. You know what I mean? Because your mind is stimulated off of weed. So once you smoke it, you start to realize, you just got to stay calm. You got to stay present. And it even helps you with that. So when you open your third eye, because I don't smoke, I don't drink. So when I open my third eye, I'm like starting to notice things. And I go back to being present, right? That's what weed helps. It's supposed to help with that. I don't know. It even got psychedelics. It got shrooms. They got psychedelic movies out there. They got psychedelics in video games. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Like, movies to watch are sci-fi movies. They tap in, they tap into, movies in general as a whole, they tap into your subconscious, right? So watching sci-fi movies, it really helps you question, like, what's really out there. You know what I mean? Like, even Oppenheimer is a sci-fi movie. You know what I mean? Sci-fi movies are never gonna die because, artificial intelligence. Yo, I just seen this movie not so long ago. 2 months ago. It was, either a month ago or, a month and a half ago. It's called Ex Machina, Ex Machinima. Yo, that movie is bugged out. Please, if you if you are a man or a woman and you know about AI, artificial intelligence, that movie is the perfect depiction of what they're pushing out there, bro. Oh my God. They even have like these artificial bodies that they're making. They really making human beings. Like they're really like, cause I even heard 19 Keys say this, and I was like, wow. Cause we're really the artificial intelligence. We're not artificial. I would say like we're naturally intelligent. We're NI, natural intelligence, not artificial intelligence. I feel like we're naturally intelligent. Naturality. I don't know. Natural intelligence, right? So I thought about it, like they're really artificially trying to replace us. Like they don't want us to connect with humans. They want us to really speak to artificial shit. Like, damn, this digital age is like, what? You know what I mean? Watch that movie, Ex Machina. That movie is wild. I may have to rewatch it again because, yo, let's get this. You know, there's people walking by, I don't know. I get this. They have sex toys, right? They have sex toys, have dildos, vibrators, fleshlights for men. Bro. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I could open up to y'all. This is my journal to y'all. I had a fleshlight before. I thought to myself, what the fuck am I doing? I threw that shit out. I remember I showed some girl that I had this. And while I was FaceTiming her, I threw it out in front of her. I don't need this shit. And looking back on it now, I'm proud that I did that in front of her. On the phone. But, whew, now that I'm doing my best to practice abstinence and semen retention, I could really, honest to God, appreciate just, you know, doing my best, even though I am human. You know, controlling myself, controlling my urges. You know, having semen retention, having days on out where I could just conjure up my sexual energy. You know what I mean? And, yo, they will make sex bots out there. That's why I'm saying all this. So never, ever replace anything artificial with the natural, most high gift that's right in front of you. And I'm telling you this right now. It's been starting with television. It's been starting like that ever since like in the 20th century with television. You know, the 21st century is gonna just give us more like electricity and electronics and a lot of stuff that we can see on the screen. You know, that not even people don't even watch TV no more. People just be on apps now. You know, mainstream TV and stuff, mainstream movies, you know, like just watch these, just look up sci-fi movies. Look up sci-fi movies that you feel like you'll be interested in if you're really doing your best to tap into your spirituality. You know, damn, I was talking my ass off in this. But yeah, it's I gotta head my ass home. It's getting a little late. it's getting a little late. Look at that baby. But yeah, man, yo, let me tell you, I hope peace is still within you. You know what I mean? Watch, just be in tune with yourself. Channel whatever you feeling is bad for you, and challenge yourself. Because, you know, shout out to Soul Illuminati, you know what I mean? I really want to say this, and this is extremely important. He said the hardest things for you are the best things for you. I don't believe that. I believe the most challenging things, that's not even the word, the most challenging things for you are the hardest things for you, and it's the best things for you. The most challenging things for you are the best things. Because it's like it's there. Things that gives us adversity in life are challenging moments in our life where we have to embrace and become better people. Just have to believe that. You know what I mean? The hardest things for us are not the best things for us. I'm sorry, much as I fuck with Soul Illuminati to a degree, I can't get into that. Oh, and they just reminded me that the universe is most important. Because y'all see these scooters, right? I see these scooters. Watch Blade Runner. Blade Runner is another movie to watch. Shout outs to the Wisdom Hermit. He told me through his video, he told me through spirit, like, yo, watch this movie. And I was like, yo, they're making artificial intelligence for real too, y'all. Be careful. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Y'all gotta be in tune with yourself and just avoid what y'all gotta avoid, man. Cause this shit out here is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Mob Deep, survival of the fittest. Only the strong survive. We live in this to the day that we die. Survival of the fit. Only the strong will survive. And I hope. I say hate. I hope. I just be saying my words, but I hope you stay in survival mode. You have stability. Stay grounded intuitively for your well-being. And I pray you just find peace within yourself, because there's always going to be a spiritual warfare out there. And even within ourselves. But always come back to staying present and finding peace. Finding spiritual peace within yourself, within people that can help you. You know what I mean? And may peace be still within you. You know what I mean? Just be good to yourself. Do good deeds. Be good to yourself first. Always find ways to behave yourself. And always keep in mind that each day is a blessing. Every breath that you take is a blessing. And most importantly, the biggest gift, in my opinion, that the Most High gives is the present. The present time. And that's going to be my next video that I'm going to make for you guys. So look out for it. Oh, this mosquito is trying it. But the present time is your biggest gift. I continuously get distracted, but it is what it is, man. But y'all stay blissfully blessed. I'm gonna continue making these videos for y'all because I love y'all dearly. You know, y'all helping me with my viewership. Like my video, share my video, do what y'all gotta do. Just, man, support a brother, man. Support a king that's doing his best to be a divine, masculine, solar being, living this spiritual experience as a human. I'm just doing my part to make this world a better place. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. And more. Which I thought it was doing, but I love y'all dearly. Y'all stay safe within yourself. Love y'all.